Just start with that quote from Dr. Eleanor. It's so raw, and it just immediately grounds you in the reality of this condition. We're talking about a pain that is so far beyond simple cramps. For so many people, it literally feels like a war is being fought inside their own body, and a lot of the time, they're fighting it in silence.
This was the question that completely baffled Dr. Eleanor for years. See, her pain wasn't just in her pelvis. It would spread to her abdomen, even up into her chest, making it painful just to take a deep breath. How is that even possible? Well, the answer is in understanding that not all pain is created equal.
Okay, so first up, there's the kind of pain we all get, nociceptive pain. Think about getting a paper cut or touching something hot. It's a direct, immediate signal from an injury. With endometriosis, this could be from a cyst twisting or adhesions pulling. It's pain with a really clear, direct cause. Simple enough, right?
But then, things get more complicated. You have neuropathic pain. This is totally different. It's pain that comes from the nerves themselves being damaged. With endo, the lesions can literally grow into the nerves, wrapping around them and causing them to send out these constant, burning pain signals.
And that brings us to the most complex and, honestly, the most misunderstood type, nocioplastic pain. This is where the nervous system itself actually changes. After years and years of being bombarded with pain signals, the whole system basically gets rewired. It becomes hypersensitive, and it can start creating pain signals even when there's no direct injury happening at all. Dr. Eleanor has this absolutely brilliant way of explaining it that just makes it click. She says it's like the nervous system has short-circuited. It's not in your head, it's a physical malfunction where the body's wiring is just glitching, creating pain signals out of thin air. And that explains things like that mysterious chest pain or the overwhelming fatigue that so many patients feel. It's a system-wide problem.
So, okay, knowing all of this, how can you actually get your doctor to understand what you're going through? It really comes down to learning how to translate your experience into the language that they're trained to hear. And lucky for us, Dr. Eleanor gives us the perfect framework to do just that.
It's called Socrates. It's a mnemonic that doctors themselves use to analyze pain. Site, onset, character, radiation, associated symptoms, timing, exacerbating factors, and severity. So before your next appointment, just think through your pain using this structure. Is the pain tearing or burning? Does it spread to your leg? Does eating make it worse? When you walk into an appointment with your thoughts organized like this, you're giving your doctor a clear, structured history they can work with immediately. It completely changes the conversation. Now let's zoom in on that last letter, S, for severity, because this is huge. Dr. Eleanor says we should all just forget the 1 to 10 pain scale. Why? Because it's so incredibly subjective. My 10 is not your 10, and it can make doctors think you're exaggerating. A much, much better way to talk about severity is to describe the functional impact.
This is the key question you need to answer for them. Instead of saying, it's an 8, say, the pain keeps me from going to work, or I can't stand up long enough to make dinner. I'm completely bedbound for 3 days every single month. See? That language is concrete. It takes the conversation from a fuzzy number to the real-world consequences of your pain, and that is so much harder for a doctor to dismiss.
Here it is, 33. During her 4-hour surgery, doctors removed 33 individual lesions of endometriosis. 33. That's the physical reality of what was causing all that pain for all those years.
And to get all of that out safely, it took an entire team. You had the GYN surgeon leading the charge, of course, but they also needed a liver and spleen specialist to check out some suspicious nodules up high. They had a colorectal surgeon on standby just in case the disease had invaded the bowel, and they had a pain medicine specialist to manage the incredibly complex pain before and after the surgery. That is what comprehensive care actually looks like. But here's the tough reality check. Even after a successful expert surgery like that, the pain doesn't always just disappear. You might be asking why. Well, there could be a sister disease like adenomyosis still there. New painful adhesions could form as part of the healing process. Microscopic spots of endo could have been missed. And really importantly, that short-circuited nociplastic pain might still be happening because the nervous system itself has been fundamentally changed by years of trauma. This quote right here, it just perfectly captures her motivation. She went to medical school so she could finally be taken seriously, so that she could speak the exact same language as the doctors who had dismissed her for so long. And now she uses that language to fight for other people, to bridge that huge gap between what a patient experiences and what the medical system understands.
And that really leaves us with this one final crucial question.
Dr. Eleanor's story is an incredible testament to the power of advocating for yourself, for sure. But it's also a challenge to the entire medical community. What if we just listened to patients? What if we just believed them first?